In Liberia, poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment, the question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Dara Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir, I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
Watched informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? Then people come and pay. How are we the EPA with me? The song I made and they get it right. My husband has edition and singing for free bowl. What's that? You know, it's the on sale with the mic. It's the sale. We must have it in by. We're running behind everything.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you told us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest press not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, bringing poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you got no love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was going to change things. But we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just want to ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue?
Okay, good afternoon, good morning.
You not give him the people what they want.
What a pleasant way to welcome all of you, the Liberian people, to your favorite afternoon program in Monrovia. This is Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Khan Oliver Khan. I'm here pretty seated with Princess Alexa Vanjakoli.
Let me ask you.
Together, we will run up to 6 o'clock today, bringing you all of the news, all of the stories making the news in the country. Interestingly, Liberia is headed downstream. The country is retrogressing. The latest United States Human Rights Report will show that the government of Liberia is involved in extrajudicial killings. There is a whole lot more on political affiliation and right to assemble, right to affiliation, right to express yourself in the employ of government is being restricted. And so from a general perspective, the American people said nothing has changed. The government is not performing better than what they did in 2024. In fact, it is getting tougher because the report says there are incidents of extrajudicial killings in the country. That is terrible. Those are indicators of possible sanction for individuals in the government. So I would not be surprised if the government started to receive some people on the Magnitsky list. The Global Magnitsky Act will start to arrest people for extrajudicial killings and other human rights violations across the country. That is not the reason we came to job today.
Promises you made, you and your rescue team.
4 Liberian citizens, 4 young promising Liberians died in the soul clinic community.
You downsizing.
The reason for death,
Now on
the people in hospital will say cause of death,
you downsizing.
drugs,
Now on the
spark and kill,
people suffering. Tell me who you rescue.
sparking andro,
You and your rescue team. I said, oh, it's a rescue.
meth, several other narcotic substances are floating across the country. Drugs parading all across the different nook and crannies of our country.
The rescue.
Drugs overwhelming the Liberian people.
The people say not like you.
With the human rights lawyer, Councillor Dempster Brown, informing the Liberian people that individuals in the government, oh yes, individuals in the government are involved with the drug trafficking. So people in government are responsible for selling drugs. The deputy director at the DEA also made it clear that there are individuals in high places, individuals in the system, whether the legislature, the judiciary, the Liberian executive, those individuals are deeply rooted in the drug trade in Liberia. And so the victims will continue to be victimized, while the smugglers and the dealers will continue to get rich at the expense of the morality of our society. That's why today you don't go to Banavate Junction in the night with your phone in your hands. You're going to be beaten, you're going to be chopped, you're going to be stabbed. They will jack your phone and juke you with knives. That's how lawless and unsafe the country has become. Interestingly, we have a government that promised to wipe away drugs from our system, wipe away drugs from our country. Interestingly, the only thing we see is to find the president of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yoma Boakai, in a photograph with a drug dealer, Dominic Malou, a drug dealer who was arrested with tons of drugs, only for us to discover that he has several photographs with the Liberian president. What are we saying? Are we saying the president is selling drugs? No. Are we saying the president told Dominic Malou to bring drugs? No. But when the leader of the country is seen in photographs with people who selling drugs, then it leaves us to want to think about a lot of things. It will make us to want to start to think about what's going on. It will lead us to thinking about the seriousness of the government. And so all of these things are part of the lineup for today's presentation, especially with the issue involving the death of 4 promising Liberians. The drug issue is a problem. And so on yesterday, we played host to the Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change. Jefferson Tamakodi was the lone guest on the 2 hours edition on yesterday. We're going to talk in brief, in passing, the situation involving the CDC headquarters and what is at stake from the political perspective. Don't get it twisted. Please remind Bishop Samuel Choir to return the United Methodist Church to God Almighty. There should be no space for regionalization, which is a shortcut to homosexuality in this country, to the legalization of homosexuality rather. And so we're going to be touching every bit and piece of what we have on our hands. And so while you are there, Alexa and I are here, let's make it a memorable Thursday afternoon in Monrovia. When you log down to our dial, while we sit back and bring you the information you need for the purpose of building our country, we will take our break. When we come back, we will bring you our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, Win Liberia. And so on Win Liberia, it is just $50 Liberian to play. And when your number is lucky to pop up from the winner's box, you stand the chance to win for yourself $5,000 Liberian on 87.9. Oh yes. So once you play in the month of August, remember that you stand the chance to be part of the winners who will be walking away with either 100,000 Liberian dollars on August 24.
Let me ask you.
That's about 10 days from now. 10 days from now, somebody will walk away with $100,000. So if you were
Change things.
in my shoes, I will tell you to play as many times as possible
You made your
so that the 100,000 you could be part of it. Hopefully, you could win it.
you made it.
If you don't win, you could win the 50-inch television.
They can't come.
If that doesn't happen, you could win. You could be part of those who will be winning $10,000, multiple 10,000.
You downsizing.
At the same time,
Now when they
there's going to be a winner for Techno Camo Fortis phone,
who you rather give the
a brand new camera phone with the clean camera.
is a rescue.
Okay, and Liberian man rest business is the issue.
Give the rescue.
And so on August 24th also,
Now give him the people.
there are people who will be winning several bags of rice on that day. So the flag day is going to be big. It's going to be the Win Liberia Bonanza on the flag day. Let's take a few bars of our team song to be right back. And Alexa and I will rumble into the issues. Until then, have yourself a wonderful time. Let's take a break to be right back.
There are crowds in many places. To your door, Crown stop and cry and make a peace for them before. Crown stop for Liberia, from the center to interior. Crown stop, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-woman, Woman Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's come in for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop in crime for all of us. My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just 100 Liberian dollars or 50 cent United States dollars, you can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for 200 Liberian dollars or 1 United States dollar on jackpot days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
Okay, so welcome back to the program. Alexa, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub. Interestingly, today is the last week's presentation, by the way, Thursday. So tomorrow we'll not be here. So however, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome.
Okay.
We have a lot to talk about. Yeah, as you all know.
There is a whole lot.
Yeah, a lot. And I am particular about this thing with the drug issues in the country. You know,
that's right.
The wave is really alarming me, and I think we should talk about this. Seriously, we should.
Good.
And I'm happy to be here today that we'll be able to talk about it.
Okay, so basically, that is where we are, and our people are kind of concerned. Yes, they are concerned about what is happening in the country. But like we said, don't get it twisted. August 24 is just 10 days from now, and you could win for yourself 100,000 Liberian dollars. on the holiday is me. I win out 100,000.
Are you gonna know?
Two crate of stout. Why you laughing?
You're always there with the black bottles.
I'm a grower man. Come here. I'm a grower man. There's no way you will divorce me from my.
The guy say you can eat anything, so you can drink anything too.
No, not basically.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have 2 crate of stout. Quarter fish, pepper soup, with some grill on the side. With boys gathering, my man are gonna sit on me on the palm tree. We have a whole conversation.
You haven't won the money yet.
It's a fit. You will get fit.
But you're not playing.
So, no.
Or are you going to have someone play on your behalf?
I'm hoping people will play on my behalf and win, and that's what I'm hoping for. But you could win a lot of money. You could win. You could be part of the 10K. If I win 10K, by 10 bottle of stout. Yeah, at 350. So I get 3,005. Then about 6,5. You do the anyway.
You are like you're on a perfect note with your calculation of how many bottles you won,
but
the balance you will have and all that.
No, but Alexa, I went to school. I
scared of you forget that.
No, I went to school. I went to a good school. I went to a good school. So
just say it that way.
Alexa asked for anybody who went to St. Francis Catholic High School in Plebo, the Diocese of Kipamas. They'll tell you. Our school was a nice school. We went to a beautiful school, where we're taught everything. We're taught everything. Yeah, from mathematics to English. Then we were taught composition, reading composition.
Bendigo Oliver is no longer a member of. Are you still a member of the United Methodist?
No, I'm no longer a member of the United Methodist. I keep telling you, let the bishop return the church to God, and I'll go back to the United Methodist Church. But once Bishop Choir continues to keep the church under regionalization, which is a short call to legalizing gay activity in the country, I am now a member of the United Methodist Church. I see Bishop passing, sending people all over to go to ERBC, to go to OKF, and they're just explaining tired, no evidence.
Why would they even be a
once you got something in your book of discipline, 162, paragraph 162 that says an adult man, woman, then you turn around and say, or two adult persons. That whole 2 adult persons.
Imagine I've already memorized that part.
Can you imagine? Alexa, who is nice, so forget about it. So when you play star 255 star 1 hash, there is one beautiful thing that will happen. You could win big flash screen television. Why you call this show? I don't want to talk about the show. I don't want to promote it. But the games are coming on. You could watch your games. It could be very, very wonderful for you. Big screen TV. You could win your techno come on, 40 clean camera, very nice, and plenty bag of rice to go to a lot of people. So when you play today, we not call you as a winner. You receive 5K today. You are not a loser. You still stand a chance on August 24. August 24, when you lucky, hopefully, you could be one of those who will walk away. And we are hoping that we'll get the $100,000, individual from maybe on the radio and so forth. But there's going to be a whole lot happening on August 24. So star 255 star 1 hash today. That you have $50 to play. And that's why it is. So.
And don't forget to download the Max 8LR app.
Orange
Liberia.
That's right.
To know Alexa is to know how much I'm in tune with Orange Liberia. Okay, so if you get smartphone, it's similar to English. You get smartphone, a BB camera phone.
Good.
Go to your, I don't know how to stay on that line. Go to your Google Play Store and just type in Max 8LR, and you'll be able to download the Max 8 app.
Okay.
When you have the Max 8 app, you're going to get a link, and that link will help you just put in your Orange number. That will automatically mean you're already having Max 8 app, and you're going to enjoy all of the different packages Orange Liberia has for you. But you need to be a user of Orange Money.
That's right.
100%.
That's correct.
Also, if you also there, you want activate international offers to call maybe your friends out of the country, maybe in America, in Europe, or wherever, Asia. Dial star 250 hash, and you have different packages to talk to your family members, your friends, and all that. When you're in Liberia, you won't get plenty of data. Star 222 hash, and you will get all the different prompts. So you choose from all of these different prompts that are going to pop up on your phone and enjoy these amazing data packages from Orange Liberia. Orange Liberia is here to stay, and we're here forever and ever and ever and ever.
Orange Liberia is here to stay, and they will be here forever and ever. So that is exactly what it is. So we're going to go directly to all the critical issues of national concern.
Yeah.
So were you able to read portions of the how you call this thing? The State Department report. Were you able to read?
Interestingly, no, I saved some of the slides, but I couldn't because I was in the middle of something yesterday. That's why I wasn't here anyway. But let me check it out.
Hey, young guy.
Don't say that to you. Why?
No, nothing. Come here.
Don't say my name like that.
nothing. Come here. Let me send the most.
But there are different comments anyway. So let me just read it first.
I'm coming. We don't have to read the whole stuff. It's going to take bulk of our time. I'm sending you the slide. We already got it. We attached the names of the individuals on it.
Yeah, I saw the one with the presidential press secretary. That was the one I was.
There is another one with Josiah Joko. Jokai. There's this one with Gregory Coleman. He's under extrajudicial killings.
Oh my God.
Greg Coleman is attached to it. That's what they are saying. Physical attacks, imprisonment, and pressure from the press. That how to call him, Geraldine Mepia. You don't want causing the journalists to channel more. Well, get up from here, man. You just see me. You can pull. You go to charge it all time. You go do. You go do it. The other one. You start talking about that thing. You're talking. So then you have Onsworth Twe. My own papi from the
Methodist papi.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I stay in the United Methodist Church. Well, I left them there. That's what I can say. Until Bishop can remove all, until he can remove that thing, what they say, all.
You're not gonna go back.
Or 2 adults, or until Bishop can move all 2 adults. Then I will go back. But I think I only accept the man and woman thing. That other 2 other thing, until Mr. Quack can remove it, I'm not going back. So we're gonna have that conversation. Oh no, I leave it with them. That did it when the police be drinking tea guy every Sunday. Because one guy with me, choose to bring all to their church. I mean, to spoil it. But here are the slides. And by the way, if you're there, keep playing *255*1#. Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money users. Obviously, you're going to have the chance, the opportunity to win for yourself some money if you are lucky. That's the bingo. Yeah, so under government censorship by the military, intelligence, and police forces, criminal groups, or armed extremists or rebel groups. Please read under that, Alexa. So you're listening. The American people grading the Joe Biden government in few areas. You're listening to it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It says, although generally able to express a wide variety of views, some journalists practice self-censorship to avoid harassment.
Okay.
Some media outlets avoided criticizing government officials to fear of legal sanctions. Wow. And potential loss of government advertising.
No, go. Just read that part quickly.
A large source of media revenue.
I think we gotta be reading the thing together. Just wait.
No, let me read it one here.
Okay.
I'm trying to see because the front size is like.
Yeah. So read that part, and I'll read that part again for the second time. Although
I should go. Okay.
Yeah, that part I want.
Although generally able to express a wide variety of views, some journalists practice self-censorship to avoid harassment.
Okay.
Some media outlets.
So what it means is that some journalists decide to say. So journalists decide to say, they decide to practice self-censorship to avoid harassment. So now the journalists, they say in Joe Baka Liberia. So journalists can decide to say, look, you know what? They want the public work minister tell the 22 million he use it good. I mean, just show him my lawyer. I shouldn't talk about it. Not because I don't know that it is bad, but because I just want problem, so that nobody can be on my post, on my live, telling me let me just sit down, and the government tell him to shut up, but he's afraid that if he come out to say the truth,
he wants to avoid harassment.
The government will start harassing, so he will get involved with self-censorship. That's what that one means. Go ahead.
Some media outlets avoided criticizing government officials due to fear of legal sanctions and potential loss of government advertising.
Good.
A legal source of media revenue.
Some radio stations, some TV stations, some newspapers and bloggers and other people, they particularly decide to say, look, you know what? I will not criticize the government because if I criticize the government, how do we survive? I know that there are people in the government who are helping in this whole drug issue. who are also part of the drug issue for which drug can finish. I know there are records to show that the government of Liberia took $8 million of the Liberian people money to go and build out a commercial bank that we are told got connection to funding the Unity Party campaign through key Unity partisans. If I publish this in my newspaper, the government will not give me contract again. If I talk about anything on my radio station, the government will not give it to me. And so some journalists decide to keep quiet. So journalists say, I know that it is an act of lawlessness on the part of the government for the Supreme Court of Liberia to rule and say Fonati Kofa is the legitimate speaker, but still Gregory Como, Onzwa Twe, and Joe Baka continue to keep police behind the then illegal speaker. Some journalists, some newspapers people, some radio station people knew that it was an act of lawlessness, a disregard for constitutional order by this administration, but they choose not to publish those things in their papers. They choose not to do editorial on those issues. They choose not to talk it on their talk show because they say when I do it, they will shut us down. When I do it, they will not get all contract. So there are two ways. Either they shut you off or they not get you contract. In most instances, in this situation, they will not get you contract. Mm-hmm. And so people like us, people like Freedom Radio Liberia, I mean, I can say that with all of the authority because I now sit as the general manager of this entity. I know the finances, I know the operations. Unfortunately, because we choose to inform the government that on January 22nd, 2024, Joe Baka swore an oath of office to protect, uphold, and defend the Constitution, he is not supposed to be disregarding the Supreme Court. He should not be disregarding constitutional order. He should not be disregarding tenure position laws are already on the book. He should not arbitrarily take decisions that are not supposed to be taken in the absence of laid down statutory, laws. Because we choose to remain vocal, because we choose not to put our tail between our legs and watch the society slide into immorality, watch the society slide into ungovernable, era. The government choose to cut all of our contracts. Oh, yes, we were advertising with the land authority to call it off. We were advertising with the Ministry of Education to cut it off. We had a contract with somebody else. I think NAFA or so, advertising the thing. Oh, y'all go do the Kinu, you must pay your Kinu, fee.
Yeah, we had that.
We had those contracts. January 2024, Joe Baka people came and they cut all of the contracts off. The government will select people and send them out of the country and do stuff. We don't care about it. But you know what? The Americans are seeing it. And so the Americans said, look, in terms of press freedom, you are muzzling the press in a way that the press will not feel independent to talk the thing they want to talk. Under George Weah, we saw critical journalists of the Weah administration filming part of government delegation to go to trips. I can say this to you, clearly. I can say this to you. There were critical journalists, even journalists who went to the extent of insulting President Weah already on their Facebook pages. They form part of government delegations outside of this country. They are our journalistic friends, so we will not mention their names. It's not going to be a good thing that we do. That we do so. But they know themselves.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
They know themselves. They know themselves. Every time there will be this, and so some of the media entities say, look, you know why? We know that this government is messing up. We know that Sekou Dukle from the Freeport of Monrovia poked the Chinese people money. He duped the Chinese people. When the Chinese people decided to go after him to get their money, he decided to use the police to inflict injuries and brutalize those Chinese. We know that, but we're not publishing it because if we publish it, Freeport will not do business with us. There are radio stations, there are newspapers that choose to remain mute, not because they do not know what's wrong in the country, but because they are afraid that if I do it, Sekou Dukle will move my name from on he advertising, places people that doing advertisement with the port, they will remove it. Come on. We are suffering today. When we struggle to buy fuel, we struggle to buy LEC, we struggle to pay staff, we struggle to run the affairs of the radio station. With the little businesses we have, we struggle daily because we do not have, in Liberia, unfortunately, the government is the major sponsor to media entities. What do I mean? Government got plenty of advertising entities. For example, the NTA, NTA should have an ad on the radio. If NTA decide to put ad on the radio, you think they'll bring it here? They will not bring it. I challenge them to do so. They will not do it. NTA is going to bring ad. It was from here to Maryland, $2. From Maryland to the other one. In the NTA bus, don't eat your orange and throw the orange there. when you get in the bus, you must get ticket before, and you must make sure the conductor get you ticket. You don't get ticket when the inspector come, they will pull you down. I mean, those are advertisements. You put it on radio station. At the end of the month, the radio station receives some money. The public is informed of the government services provided for a particular entity. The same thing with NAFA. The same thing with LRA. Where to go pay tax? Who must pay tax? What kind of tax you will pay? The same thing with Ministry of Health. Oh, mosquito coming, cholera coming. Imagine we fighting monkeypox. A big radio station like Freedom Radio Liberia ain't got any big ad on it and so forth. And so because the radio stations that are doing government advertisement are radio stations that choose two things: either to lick the government legs, that we will not do. We're not willing to lick the government feet. We're not going to lick the government feet. Or, the two things they are doing. The stations are doing advertisement. Number one, they are licking the government feet. While the government table, the government not table, they're licking the government feet. Comrade. The second thing is, logo. You know what? We're not lick their feet, but we're not criticizing them so that our power ball. For us, we are the sacrificial lamb. Because if we do not take this whole pain, if we do not take the punches, the country people will not have an alternative information. Somebody got to muster the courage to say, hey, President Baga said he suspended people for not declaring the asset. Where is the money? Where did he redirect the money, for those suspended officials? We got to man up to say, look, President Baga went to this place to go dedicate this particular project. But from our record, the project was never initiated by him. He inherited the project and just ended it. He should be given credit because government has continued to. We who choose to be critical and be so firm on policy issues, we are the ones hard hit. The good thing about it is the fact that the Americans are following with their eyes. They know they know these things that are happening, and that's why you read it again. It says they are being muzzled. Just to paraphrase. So let's go continue. Read that part again. Then we jump to the next one.
I should still read the first part or the second part.
Yeah, the second part.
Okay.
Quickly.
A June 20 meeting between Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fofana and media executives turned contentious, leading several editors to walk out. The incident arose concerning new accreditation requirements for journalists covering the executive mansion, including police clearances, and institutional tax clearance certificates. These policies, along with demands by the government for free website advertising, which impacted newspaper revenues, sparked concerns regarding media freedom and independence.
Here is the situation. Look, when they took power, there were several media outlets assigned to the executive mansion and other places. The government went and started to remove those radio station reporters, newspaper reporters, because they said, okay, that man was supporting Joe Weah. Their editorial policies were in line with the Weah administration. We ain't going to keep them around here and so forth. That was another way of censoring them. The press secretary, my own good sister, issued a rebuttal. I'm not going to look into it because I want to maintain maintain that level of mutuality we have. But on a more serious note, the clarity is inappropriate. You didn't even have to say that because it is clear that you are suppressing people at the level of the government. And imagine the government made themselves shame. I hate to say this, right? The government you remember when the government issue, I didn't want to say this, but I will say it.
Say it.
When the government wrote an invitation to us, so look, okay, you can go to ministerial complex to go and have manager dinner, this and that. Yeah. Look, the first thing is when I go into the place, I knew that place you go in, you're not drinking water there, you're not eating there. I made that law in my car.
Yeah.
What are you laughing for? I was clear. I said, after you go in, you're not eating there, you're not drinking water there, you're not doing nothing there. So I went there, and imagine when we went to the place. Interestingly, when we went there, from the beginning up to 4 hours, there was no single bottle of water issued to anybody. So I was already okay because I said,
you already prepared.
I don't want to drink. So I will always come outside, go in my car, get my water, and do my zipping, my beginning around my car, looking at everything on it to make sure that nobody traffic the jar will spoil it right there. So all of the things were happening. But here is the thing about it. It's not funny. Here's the thing about it. I am a manager of one of the biggest radio stations in this country. Whether you like it or not, go Hawk Transformer. This radio station is one of the biggest in town. Joe Parker know, Joe Weah know, Alexander Cummings know. Other than those, the radio station are one of the biggest radio stations in the country. Other than know. So the point is, we are at the forum. At the end of the day, the government journalists, they got something called journalistic cartoon. People call you to meeting, even NGO, when NGO call you
Yeah,
to
you
wash
shouldn't
out,
do
they
that.
pay your way.
Transport or
So
just something for the end of the day.
when I left the program, when the program ended, while the other journalists were fighting over food, the food side were not plenty, the politicians were fighting over the food with them. I look at the guy, I say, thank God, say you already ate before coming and you already made your mind that you're not eating. So that was like, okay. So I left. Whether there was a cartel or not, I didn't care.
That didn't concern you.
Because I know my critical stance on the government. I just want to go stand in line. Why all cartel now? Why all cap? No, I mean my thing was filled. I'm manager now. My carton food, everything okay. So I had to go there. And I'm in charge.
Okay.
Oh yes. Now listen to what was happening, Alexa. We left the place. I'm not there. I'm doing my managerial duties. Making sure that we have fuel here and everything. I'm told that the people at the Ministry of Information are sharing cattle for all the radio station managers that appeared at the forum. Guess what? We have friends everywhere in this country. Anywhere you think in the country, we got friends there. Down to the office of the president, we got friends there who can tell or anything we want. So forget it. So at the Ministry of Information, they were trying to distribute money for different managers. When they reached a Freedom FM manager, somebody told somebody, say, you put that money on the side. We ain't giving that money to that man. As though I even went there, as though I even had intention, to as though my trip to the quote unquote dinner, the quote unquote fast and prayer was even tailored on money. It was never. But to reach to that point where you say this man is a critical voice, and so even though we wrote him officially, we wrote him an official communication inviting him, but what is due to go to all other managers, he will not receive it on because of his critical stand. That was immature. That was childish. I mean, that was way too childish.
You were never forced to extend an
invitation. You were never forced to invite me.
We didn't ask for it.
I honor your invitation because you officially wrote. So the reason the point, and manager can talk to managers now. The other managers say, man, they get $5. They got $5. That's what they get. I think Ellen used to get 1,500 something to managers. President Weah was somewhere around there, 1,500. I mean, they got making. Yeah. So,
rampant.
Mr. Bagala, Arsenal fan. So you know what Arsenal is, right? Arsenal policy on spending. Yeah. So yeah. So my guy told me, say, oh, get a minute, $5. I said, okay, no issue. So that's what it is. But when we say we reach your play. The point is,
but you didn't even expect anything.
The point is, no, I didn't even get. I didn't even have time for it. But the issue is exactly what the U.S. report is indicating. That you develop a policy that will strangulate a lot of people, that will do a lot of stuff. Everybody ain't got to be everybody ain't got to be on the side of the government. If everybody sit on the side of the government, this government will do the government will not even perform. It is because of people like us that the government making progress. Look, if you got one child who go into school and no parent in the house can tell you, say, they think you fail in not good. That child will just keep going to school, failing, because nobody is correcting him. You need independent, fearless journalists in this country who will confront you hands-on. It will help you in your own personal development. But to develop a policy that all the men are supporting, so that's your business. At the end of the day, the white people following, the international people are following. Some of our journalistic friends and our other media entities that choose not to be, a vocal. They have their own personal reasons. Like the report said, they're doing it because they want to maintain their contracts, their advertising contract with the government, or maybe they just one issue. But there should be an alternative. And that's why we are here. So you can tell all of your cattle, in fact, any other meeting don't invite me. Don't even invite me there because I will not go. I mean, for just simple reason, I will not go.
Since you have reservations.
Since you have reservation, look, Alexa, today I remember one thing Senator Dillon said. I don't want to give him the credit towards that effect. Let me leave it. I don't want to mention him. When people reach to the point where they say, when they reach to the man, they say, this man, he said, no, you put it on the side. You're leaving, we ain't doing that, man. It shows that they don't want you around. Somebody is trying to force it. Don't force yourself anywhere where you see the president. When you see people who around the president ain't let you, and the president going somewhere, don't go there.
Stay in your space.
Around the anybody can do anything to you around the president. And they will say it is because they suspected you. No, and you see, these people go sit and do.
Yeah, that was crazy, yo.
I mean, it's very serious. You saw these people go to the church, right? The pavilion.
Of course.
They went to the church. Apparently, something was happening to him. He had some discomfort. and it
then
started to
people
roll over a
people had
face.
their own thing to say.
One picking said that in Europe, Jingle the Flomo poster, he said, "Oh, the EPI gotta be careful with with representatives people. I ain't doing your face." I mean, that's foolishness, I mean, so to speak. So in such a case, don't venture around those places, especially when you're critical. You know, so at the end, this government will have to rethink. Those who criticize you are not doing it in bad faith. They're doing it because they want you to succeed. That you don't want to say you are going to end drugs. And so when we see 4 human beings dying in Soul Clinic because they took spark and died in 15 minutes, other than die, we got to question you. We got to remind you, Mr. Baka, that you promised that drug will end. Or to remind you, if it would mean that you will suffocate us, you will not give us government contract, no problem. No problem. Even when you spend 30 years in power, one day you will leave. Another group will come. If they choose to continue, we choose to continue. Whatever the case is, we will not die. Nothing will happen. But the truth must be told. You are the ones who lie, say you would have ended drugs. You are the ones who lie that you would have prioritized Liberians over foreigners. You are the ones who say all of the other things you said. And so when we start to remind you about your promises, when we start to remind you that you promised us this, you promised us that, you did, and at the end of the day, you start to do stuff that we don't want to tell you to go increase the amount for people to deliver to JFK, that we don't want to tell you to increase healthcare services, provision in the country. We don't want to tell you up to now not to cancel salary harmonization when you made a campaign promise. That we don't want to tell you to allow Be Better to be delivering OSA, the Redemption Hospital, under the ring. Our job is to expose it. Our job is to remind you that you promised that it will be better. You did not promise for it to be worse. You didn't promise for it to be so deplorable. And so when we do so, you develop malice against us. You put us in a red zone. Oh, that radio station, we're not dealing with them. That's your business. God will help this business. Same time, organize it. I mean, we will try to find some businesses. Whatever you want to do it. At the end of the day, there will still be voice in the wilderness sounding and exposing all of your wrong activities. We do those exposures not because we hate you, but because we want you to be reminded. We want you to be reminded daily about your campaign promises, and you should not deviate. Because when you went to campaign, you did not tell them that you were joke. You told them you will be serious, so we will make you serious. Go ahead. Let's go to the next one. Extrajudicial killing. Let's go to it. That one I won't go read.
Okay, because they have another one with the Josiah. But
leave Josiah Joker. Let's go to extrajudicial killing.
There were numerous reports.
Plenty.
The government or its agent committed arbitrary or unlawful killings during the year.
Mm-hmm.
In May,
numerous report of arbitrary what?
Or unlawful killings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
In May, the Bureau of Rehabilitation and Correction. In May, the Bureau of Rehabilitation and Corrections formed 6 officers linked to the death in April of an inmate.
In May, the Bureau of Rehabilitation and Corrections formed 6 officers linked to the death in April of an inmate at the Central Prison. The report is saying in May, 6 officers who work in the Subbies, 6 correctional officers at Subbies were found guilty. For doing what? For killing somebody in jail. Linked to the death in April of an inmate at Central Prison. The inmate death led to community unrest. Residents vandalized the prison, leading to the escape of several inmates. According to the Prison Bureau, several correctional aided and jailbreak were under investigation by the Liberia National Police. 4 of the 6 officers involved in wrongdoing. One was dismissed for the failure to cooperate investigation, and 1 remained under investigation. Blah, blah, blah. The people had issue with the thing you're doing in Kinjo. In 2024, you kill people in Kinjo. That year, 2025 report, Bugger A will come next year. That most of the thing what a minute they in 2024, that ain't coming here so. It's wrong. And we're going to go back to Josiah Joker. Go back to Josiah Joker piece. Mm-hmm. And I pay why you get the city or something?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he has that.
Just skim through it and see whether I pay why you get the city or something.
He has that. I read it.
So you see it? So they were concerned about the killing in Kinjo. The killing in Kinjo, they were concerned about it. They were concerned about the extrajudicial killings. They are concerned rather, about information emanating from the corridors of national security in our country. You listen to Tom Etheridge. The boy is still languishing behind bars at Sub Beach. The government is playing politics and refusing to grant him, bail. When Tom Etheridge is on record that he was taken to an unknown destination, later on to warplanes at the NSA headquarters, he was being made to lie on himself. He was tortured. Somebody even look at you and say, you see that room, we got snake in there, we'll put you inside the snake, we'll bury you. People were in that room before, they not come out alive, they die. So say the thing we say, you must say. They kept him hungry for several days, beat him, did a lot of stuff to him. That's torturing. On this new dispensation, you don't torture people. You don't torture people. It's against human right. I mean, those are all suppression. You think the Americans are sleeping on it? You think the Westerners are sleeping on it? They are concerned. Because you know why? These people spend billions and billions of dollars in Liberia to sustain the peace that we enjoy today. They spend their money. America spend more money. France, Great Britain, all of the people, the Westerners, they spend their money to help us consolidate the peace that we enjoy today. You think they will sit down here and watch a group of people who are power drunk, overwhelmed with arrogance and boastfulness, and displaying the power and arrogance and passing around to ruin the peace and tranquility we've enjoyed over the period? They will not sit and allow it. They will come out with their reports. When you are stubborn, they will sanction you. You are stubborn, they will put you on sanction. And you don't care that your business, but it will sanction you. There will be other consequences. You could be arrested for war crimes. You could be arrested for human rights violation. You're torturing people to lie on themselves. You're into selective justice. You go to Capitol Hill, people who removed chair from the joint chamber before the chamber got born, you left them. You didn't consider them person of interest. People who were sitting down to their houses, you collected them. You think the Americans are fully people? They are watching. Let's go to the other one, to the Josiah Joker one. Go ahead. Let's read that part.
Okay, so it has a heading: freedom of the press.
Mhm.
The Constitution provided for freedom of expression,
Mhm.
including for members of the press and other media, and the government generally respected these rights,
Mhm.
although with some official
With
limits.
unofficial limits. Mhm.
Yeah. Individuals were generally free to criticize the government publicly or privately,
Mhm.
but government officials sometimes used dismissal or threat of dismissal from employment to place limits on freedom of expression for public servants.
Okay.
In August,
Mhm.
the
Monrovia
Monrovia City Corporation dismissed
Mhm.
9 city employees following allegations they used social media to criticize government officials and the president.
Good.
God.
This one is very simple. And that's how we come here. We criticize the regime, and I'm going to be look. We are not liars here. We are not fake. We are authentic. We are very objective. That's who we are. We come here. We speak our minds. The only thing the government is doing to us, to our credit, they are suppressing us. They are not giving us their contracts. Yeah, they may attempt to do some personal stuff with us. We are overly careful, and God Almighty protecting us, so we don't know what they do in the dark towards us. But from a general perspective, they literally, don't physically attack what we say. What they do is they say, okay, maybe the men are talking, we're going to get few with cut all the contract, and maybe they'll
know how to manage.
they'll know how to manage. So that when we give it up to them, forget it. But in the government space, this is for civil servants. They are not creating that space. They are not. If you work in this government as a civil servant, you are not allowed to express your views online. Unless somebody must save me all that bull crap of civil service standing order. Forget that thing. That fitijai ain't making sense. I'm not going to subscribe to it. You know why? Because all of you in power, all of you in government. Look, Elisa, when Joe Biden was announced winner, we saw United Partisans. They took live band at NASCOP and they were playing music.
Oh, that was a day to remember.
NASCOP workers, they were playing music, songs, they were dancing, drinking liquor to NASCOP headquarters. because somebody won.
And that was not taken against them.
No, medical
Never.
doctors left the hospitals. Medical doctors left the hospitals and went to Bon County. They left patients on drip. Their leader today is a deputy minister at the Ministry of Health. The woman who are the choir leader. You hamana masare, we hamana vote. You hamana masare. The woman who are leading the song, she's a deputy minister at the Ministry of Health today. Honor her watch as a deputy minister. Woman giving birth outside Redemption Hospital in the ring. But she was cussing no, hamana salary, hamana vote. That's not the topic. Let's come back to the main topic. They have the opportunity to be in government, on government payroll, while the president is passing through Bon County. They came on the road and started telling him, you hamana salary, hamana vote. None of them lost their job for it. None of them lost their job for criticizing the sitting president. Government ministries and agencies under George Weah, you could see United Partisans attacking CDC of partisans in the ministry. They were going into heated argument, and nobody will lose a job the next day for it. Boy Coco and other people to City Hall just decided to express their view, their opinions on what's happening in the country. John Siafa dismissed the people children. Just for people to say something, oh man, who's sweeping the poo-poo and pee-pee on the road? MCC cleaners. The old man from Westminster, whenever Newtown, they can always be in CDC close time for campaign. John Siafa sacked them. Sector cleaners, they were sacked. 3 men and women from the EPS, they were dismissed only because they were assigned on George Weah. Oh, 400 men were wearing George Weah t-shirt on that campaign day. 400 men wore that t-shirt. 400 EPM men were around George Weah that day. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. But over 400 were dismissed. Why? Because they said the class under 46, 47, the last class practiced to train before you could leave the police. That class spent almost 1 year at the police without taking pay. Gregory Como refused to pay them. Later on, they started giving them mobile money, and today I think they put it on payroll. 1 year they spent. They didn't take pay because they said these are people who were trained under George Weah. But I saw the EPM men and they trained new people, you know,
100 and some more.
100 and some more. They graduated them. So the 100 and some more are you now in 2030, a new government can and they put you down. What do you? I tell you, can protest? No, we tell you, so you go shut up. And so these are all suppression. These are all things that, and so you run the affairs of the country. You run it in such a way that it is not helping. You are not giving people a chance. People go to work. You're looking on Facebook to see what comment they make. If somebody comment and criticize the government, when you go on there, as soon as you laugh, they will screenshot your comment and send it to the HR. Oh, LSR reacted to KOK post where he said the government official this morning selling drugs. Then the HR will call you. That you're laughing emoji, yeah? That you don't want to laughing on a KOK post. Why you gonna do it? But you kind of say again, they finish dismissing you. Yeah.
This is crazy.
That's how they are blowing people out of job.
Wow.
There is no freedom. You are suppressing the look, every human being got. If Josiah Joker say there is this thing from CSA where you're not supposed to talk, no, that's lie. There is no law in the country that is supposed to overshadow the Constitution of the Republic. The Constitution of our country, unless I say, everybody got the right to freedom of expression, being cognizant of the abuse thereof, whatever the case. In that situation, if I work with City Hall and I say the government is not proceeding correctly, and objectively outline some of the missteps in the government, I sort of lost my job for it because of one funny CSA law. When the Constitution is overly protecting every citizen, giving every citizen the right to express, and you got one CSA law that says you shouldn't do the very law. The very Constitution says all other law, legal treaties that shall contradict the general principle of the Constitution shall be declared null and void. So to your house, they say to steal in the country to steal is wrong, right? But in your community, you say on Saturday in our community to steal is not crime. In our community law, but when you steal from your community and you bring your complaint to court, the court will arrest you because that your lawyer guy, it is contrary to what the Constitution says.
Of course.
That your law is secondary to what the national law says. So you are sacking people. Today, people have their political affiliation. They're not able to write anything on Facebook again because you're scared that they'll go sack you the next day. Even when the drug issue is affecting the country, when you go on Facebook to say, oh, the drug issue affecting the country, they see your posts and comments as criticizing the government. You start getting issue with your HR. That's what the guys are doing in the system. The civil servants know what I'm saying. Look, Alexa, I did a post on Facebook acknowledging how humble, how respectful, and how dedicated Emmanuel Farr is from the Liberia National Fire Service. He's a deputy for administration. That my man. Oh yeah, in my father, my man. We used to come to town together many days. That my man. I'm a boy. I'm a brother. You know, I did a post before I started this district. I said, how did I have to do that post for Emmanuel Farr? Why did I have to post to acknowledge his dedication and humble spirit? I hope he's not going to get in trouble, because there are records to show some of my friends who are still in the employ of government on my birthday. They don't post my post. They don't post my pictures these days.
They're scared.
I'm saying this and let the Americans hear it. Oh, you know the Americans listen to the radio, right? Oh yes, the Americans don't go listen to stations that leaking government video because they'll not get the truth from them. They listen to the radio and let the Americans hear what I'm saying today. There are civil servants who are afraid to post my pictures on my birthday and other important days that I have. They're afraid that an attempt to post it, their ministers, their head of agency will call and say, oh, so that thing can be talking to a station about our ministry that you've been sneaking document to him. That's how it is difficult now for people to be civil service in this government. It is difficult to be a government employee. That's what the Americans wrote. They are not lying. They did their investigation. I know my friends who are afraid now to post our pictures when we go chill to some places. That picture why you taking him on that post it.
People are scared.
Because if you're seeing in picture with me,
that's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Should the country be like that? Should the country be like that? That you are a government employee, you no longer have right to affiliate and associate with people who got critical stand against the government. When you do so, you are in problem. Come on. That the kind of country you're running. It's so shameful that it is the Americans who had to bring it to your attention. You guys did not know that you were running a very toxic country. A very toxic country. Where if a minister of government is seen in a cigar bar with KOK, that's a problem. Oh, minister, let's have with KOK. That whole giving the man all the information. I mean, that's funny. That's terrible. And imagine, let's have a good part of it. Most of the guys in authority. I used to go to St. Natana Magio. I used to go to Samba Tueho. I used to go to the men house. I used to meet the men in the living room in the Palawa halls for most of the former government officials. They used to be there.
Acting all humble.
They used to be there. They go collect their rent. They go collect their school fees, their travel money, medical something. Different. They used to go there, including telephone. They used to go pay for telephone. Come on. They said you come out and do stuff. President Weah used to cross the road and carry food to Joe Baka and come back. But still, they knew that they were political
on the same side.
You think President Weah never had a chance to say, I'm not going to see that, Pabe? He my opponent. He said he used to cross the road to go and speak to the man, to go and have conversation. All of a sudden, they came to power. It is a taboo for a government employee to have a conversation with a critical voice in the country. You're running a toxic Liberia. And that's why when I see executive mansion posts and they mention peace, security, harmony, national reconciliation, I can want boss. Because that's the highest level of insensitivity and hypocrisy. That you mention reconciliation and national unity in one communication. Them executive mansion posts it. I mean, that's mockery. Because you are not living it. That's what you saw there. Sack the children from City Hall for expressing themselves. When we have record on our hands for people who were in government and saying the worst things about the same government. Nobody said there is a law that you can be in government and talk against the government. But you guys have made it to be a taboo. People now in the government, they just shut up.
Whatever happens.
And that's how the country can spoil, Alexa. That's how the country can spoil. Most of the children who you can see spoiling in the community, that children who the time they were coming off, acting rude, when one community person go talk, maybe the person power can, hey, don't talk to my son again. Hey, you know, my son is not your son. Don't ever talk to my son again. Don't ever, in your whole life, don't ever talk to my son again. That community man will say, sorry, Uncle Elisa. It may go by a the day of some be acting rude again, the other woman see your son, the woman will say, oh, you, Jumbo, why you acting rude like that? Hey, you, next time, don't put your mom on my son. When the community people get tired with your son and just say, we'll leave him, that people will just start cussing. One day you come on the way, you'll see people pack up in the community. You go ask, what happened? You say, oh, your son laying down. He at the room, one man joking with Nevin die. Oh, yes, that's how it can end up. When you think that you are supposed to run the country where nobody will talk and criticize you, good. There will be time people will just shut up. They will not hammer you. They will not talk. But at the time when you think this world can evaluate you, that's when you receive the shock of your life. Because most time people who can vote, they can talk. Most time people who can vote, most times they don't talk. That would be that.
Zebra.
He wants to join the conversation.
He just shared an experience, right? Just the same thing you're saying.
Yeah.
So people saw him in a bar, basically in a space.
Okay.
And because they're a member of this government, they had to run outside because they didn't want any connection to be made.
And that is terrible.
They were so scared that someone would say, oh, they went to see this person,
same
side, and all that.
That is toxic. The Americans are, I mean, that's what under Josiah Joker, that's what they're. So you can run the country this way. You see? So if everybody would sit there and say, okay, you know, by the time you start doing this thing, there will be a time where people will not protest, people will not do anything, but watch you. They're waiting for your face on one ballot paper in one room. Oh, yes. They will go and vote the hell out of you. Then when you call yourself man enough, you say you will force election result, at the time the whole country will end.
It's a trouble.
At the time the country will end. Because they'll just watch you to say, okay, no problem, leave it. Oh, and we were advising them, okay, leave it. Time for election, they will not talk, they will not hammer you. And the good thing was, the government ain't got no May 10 election that we advise them. No senatorial election that we advise them, May 10, no.
We're going strictly.
They're going straight final. No pop quiz. Straight final. That's where they're going. So more people who you see not talking, they know that they don't want to talk, but because they know that, let them eat a show. They don't go to election and vote. And their number is enough to boot you out. And you say one hey, that you will cause the trouble now. That you will cause the, and that kind of trouble, you can't stand it. Because that the people's trouble. When the people won't make trouble, you don't stand that kind of trouble. So the best thing you guys can do for yourself is to stop running the country like you own it. Stop running this country that you are the owners. We are all entitled to this country. You can keep your contracts. Oh, you think freedom will remain quiet? You think we'll go licking your feet because you have one NAFA contract here? What we're telling people say, oh, you must buy your fishing canoe, you must register with NAFA, don't do illegal fishing. You're paying us, and we're doing services for you. And because we are critical, you call it off. That's your business. Oh, land authority, when you buy a land, you must do that one, send your announcement on the radio, make sure you get a surveyor, buy it from the rebel people. We're doing that. We're airing it for you as a government. You are paying us.
No, that was a contract.
That was a contract. So we were airing your jingles, and you were paying us. Because we are critical about the government, because we are reminding you that you did not promise our people will be giving breath under the ring, because we reminding you about it, you get vexed, you get offended, you're moving that money from on the contract, you're taking freedom that your business will not go licking your feet. We will not lick the toes of this government because we want contract from you. We will not do it. The Americans are reminding you, go ahead. Keep taking your contract from us. That's your business. You think we'll go lick your feet? Because I will not tell the Labrimpo what you said. You know how many things you promised that will not happen in this country? Let's so clean it today, and let's have 4 young promising Liberians died. 4 of them. 4 Liberian citizens died. Just because they got through smoking, spark, and kill. Just because they got through smoking, spark, and die. 4 of them got killed. You promised drug, you made drug fight a political one. When it took you, then you say, we'll make it a national call. Bunch of shameless people. Bunch of shameless people. After making all the be more about drug, oh, you fight drug, you will do the one. At the end of the day, you are unable to fight drug. It is overwhelming the society. The country is overwhelmed. You turn so drug. Tons and tons of allegations keep pointing to people in higher places in government that they are involved with the drug trade. Oh, when we're talking, then you go tell the authority contract, you take it from us. That's your business. That you will be missing out a big platform like Freedom Radio. You know how many counters we in? People in Babulu listening to all Nana. People in Keman listening. The people in Bonkan, they're hearing us. The Bassa people all the way in Bazon, they're listening to us. Magibi are not talking about it. Most rather is our home. People in Bowater, Sierra Leone, they're hearing us as we speak. That you will not get your message across. You can sit down. You say we'll remain mute. We're gonna lick your feet because you're in government. That the government was in power 1847, Alexa?
Oh no.
That the government was in power 2005. You will leave. Whether you get 1 million years, you will leave. At the end of the day, the country will still survive. It's up to you. We don't care. But the truth will always be said. We will keep saying the truth daily. When you make beam up and you come to power, we'll remind you to do the honorable thing. If for Ebene, you will get issue with all, go ahead. But the Americans are concerned about your inability to provide freedom of expression, especially to people in the employ of government. You're paying the man, he's not living with you. The man is a government employee. He's not your personal staff. He's not your domestic pet. You own him. You don't own him. You work for the government. He too is working for the government. Oh, you minister the man at civil servant. He's a clerk. Or are you working for the government? That your park company, the government are your family heritage. That because you are a supervisor, so the other person cannot talk. They don't have access. They don't have opportunity to express in their own views. And when the man go talk, then you write one draconian, vindictive letter dismissing the man. And that's what the report said, Alexa. On the issue of dismissal, they are threatening with dismissal. And City Hall is a particular a particular reference to this issue. How do you do that? And you come here, you say we will be mute on these things. No, we're not doing it. We're not. So that's why you saw in the piece that Alexa wrote. You saw the piece that Alexa wrote. You see it? But government officials sometimes use dismissals or threat of dismissal from employment to place limits on freedom of expression. Look at the bullcrap.
People have to survive.
But,
so automatically, if someone who has the power to, terminate your employment, if that person tells you if you're going to speak up against this government, automatically
the man will not talk.
You sit home
Because the country
you're not going to talk.
The country had them.
Because you need to work.
They may not get a job anywhere else again. They may own political party having program. They may can post the party picture on Facebook.
And that brings me into a clear example of recent.
Because in working on a job
had launched their due payment.
CDC due payment. CDC.
You had hundreds, if not 50s. You had a lot of seditians in government who really wanted to be there for that moment.
Who even wanted to just do post.
Just post about it.
Yeah, to say, oh, you're paying your due.
They couldn't do it. Because they were being threatened.
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
If you're going to post about it, that means you're undermining the government you're working in. That means you're eating on the table and you're talking. So a lot of them couldn't say a thing about it. If that is not you oppressing or suppressing people, I do not understand it. Where is freedom of the press? Where is freedom of expression? It is nowhere to be seen. It is nowhere to be found. So if you're not strong-willed as we are, you're just going to sit back. You're not going to say anything.
That's it.
You're just going to sit back, or you're going to dance based on the way they're beating their drums. Because you want to be in the picture or you want to survive. Or maybe that's the only way to survive. So you're going to be there. And we are in Liberia. The issues that are to be discussed, the things that are to be prioritized. This government is not focused on that. But then you have this as an international report. Are they talking about it? No. I guess everyone is clearing their own side. Maybe all you need mention whereas already to clear his side and get a whole army on the social media just going back and forth, commenting from here, there, and all that. You are not doing what you promised. You are 100% not doing what you promised. So if you do not want people to talk about these issues, if you do not want people to just, talk about the ills in society, especially Liberia, so you think you're going to suppress people, you're going to have people to be, self-censored and all that, it means you're not doing anything positive, because we're still going to talk about it. We're still going to talk about it. If it is going to be on the social media, traditional media platforms and all that, people are still going to talk about it. And you should also be grateful. This is a privilege for you. to have people hold your feet to the fire. Because if we do not love Liberia, we wouldn't be here reminding you of the promises. If we do not love Liberia and the people, by the way, we wouldn't be here discussing, oh, the government promised this, or the president promised this, and now he is in power. He is yet to, fulfill that promise, or one of his promises, or many of his promises. We're reminding you. So to be able to consider ourselves as your reminder, that's a privilege for you. We're helping you achieve. We're helping you, make this country progress. So if you think this is a bad thing, so you're going to use whatever means to your disposal, whatever means within your power to do what you're doing. These reports are here. And I remember, if this was 2 or 3 years ago, at about this time, we have the social media flooded. We have a lot of you talking about the extrajudicial killing and all that. I remember we had a lot of you, they're getting people in the country, mysterious death, ritualistic killing. Today, none of you know that phrase. You don't know what it means when someone is saying mysterious death. You don't know what it means when someone is saying ritualistic killing. You have forgotten that phrase altogether. Why? Because you are on the board. You're one of the players on the board. You're one of the actors on the board. And whatever you're doing this in your interest, in the interest of your political party. You're not doing that in the interest of Liberia. You're not doing that in the interest of Liberians. So 100%, now will be telling about a report, what you're doing, what you're not doing. And then it gets back to drugs. We're not hearing in our ear. They're bringing drugs in the country. The people then dying, the children then dying. So today, are Liberians not dying? Are Liberian youngsters, let me rephrase, are Liberian youngsters not dying? A recent report, four young people lost their lives. And to what? The same thing about drug. So are people not dying? The futures and the lives of young people, are they not being destroyed? Because when you spoke a few years back, you spoke as though you are an angel. You are a saint. You have all the solutions, that it was not even, a collaborative effort to fight this. People say it is an epidemic. People say it is. For me, I think this is a plague of the century. I think this is a plague of our time. Because if you turn right, you're going to see victims. You're going to see survivors if you're lucky. If you turn left, you're going to see survivors. You're going to see victims. But then when we have one of your government officials who is also at, the LD is saying they're big hands who are involved. And do you expect us to still consider this a collective effort? I'm not sure. That means you're making mockery of Liberians. That means mothers who have cried. That means mothers who have walked on August 7 under a heavy rain on that very day. Maybe the effort was in vain. Maybe they just walked because they wanted to walk. Maybe they just marched because they wanted to exercise. I'm not sure. Liberian mothers, brothers, fathers, I'm not sure hundreds of Liberians walked on August 7 when we had a downpour because they wanted to showcase, their outfits, or because they were wearing black, so they just needed to have that to be televised. No, that was not the essence. They had gone there because they had an honest plea, even though we had some reservations, from the organization of it and everything. At the end of the day, we have always maintained right here on this platform that this issue of drug in Liberia, especially the availability of drug in Liberia, this is not something that we should politicize. But then when you have people who have politicized it every now and then, and now they're saying, it is a collective effort. Are you not a hypocrite? You are. 4 people, 4 children, 4 boys, they just die. They just die. What in Kenya? Nobody shoot them. Nobody juke them. But because of drugs. And then you are sitting there saying you're just to make it in the kind of way. Just stop it. Just stop it. We should not be here discussing, the number of young people dying on a daily basis. We should not be here discussing that. No, we should not be here. The president of this country should be intentional because he made promises He made promises. And I'm sure when he was confidently speaking, when he was courageously speaking, I'm not sure he did all those things because he just needed power. If that was it, then I'm sorry, Liberia. I'm sorry, Liberians, but we are in a deep mess. We are in a deep mess. You see how many people are dying every day? If you just go on the social media, there are different reports, especially when it comes to victims of drug in Liberia. Different videos. And just go there. Just go there and just watch. Just listen. Then we're reading your report, telling you all the things that are happening. When people be dying, all kind of way, they say, oh, a job we get out of me. They call the other person, they go. But today we have Joseph Wakai. There are over 200 people who have died mysteriously in Liberia, from Lo-Fi County all the way to this other side, that other side, everywhere. There are different reports. And people are not so much talking about these deaths because we have them in power. So now they're unable to talk about it. They're unable to reference these deaths as, ritualistic killings or, mysterious deaths in the country. They're unable. Their reporters are nowhere to be seen. They're nowhere to provide any report. Every morning we saw a report. Today we cannot. So you have people who are human rights activists. They're sharing these reports and they're saying, oh no, you're being political because you're from the opposition. So there are labels now. You forget about the labels and you do the work you're supposed to do.
Okay.
But we're going to talk more about the drug thing. I guess you're going to play
yeah, so there's I mean, I ain't gonna say more on the drug issue. It is now clear that the government failed for us to see 4 human beings die from drug on the spot.
And it is from a new addition to the ones who already have in the country.
I mean, we didn't see 4 human beings dying from drug on the spot. On the government where you were causing. Today, 4 human beings died from drug on the spot. I mean, we're just disappointed now. I mean, to keep talking the thing whole day, we just give the Liberian people the ample time, to call and let us know exactly what their views are, But for us to say, oh, that they won, no. It's just a shame, Alexa. It is a thing it is a disgrace to this administration. We didn't expect that they will ever be like this. We didn't expect that their situation would be like this. 4 human beings dying on the spot. It is ridiculous.
And for me, I'm really, really concerned about this drug thing, and I'll continue to say it. So whether you like it or not, it's up to you, But Oliver, when a mother cries, I think a lot should happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw a lot of women walk. A lot of them shared their stories, of how their families, have been broken apart because of the kids being involved with drugs and just the availability of drugs in Liberia. And I'm sure when they walked, they have gone there with an intention that the government will listen to them, and whatever approach they were going to use, it will be very proactive enough to have sorted out, or to start to talk about some of these different issues that are surrounding, drugs in Liberia, and how they can work this out to protect young people. There are members of Unity Party, of course, they have their family members involved, but we're not going to talk about that because everyone is affected directly or indirectly. From the 7th of August, today, I think it is the 14th of August. So yeah, it's been 7 days in between. So what has been done, or what is being done? What is being done? Because you still have young people dying. And then you had a statement from, one of the LDE bosses saying some of the government officials are involved. So how can we reconcile this entire thing? That's the question. Because if Liberians are fighting so much together to protect their families, to protect their country, especially when it comes to drugs in Liberia, and then you have someone saying, oh, it's on the government people and they involved with it in here. How do we talk about it then?
Okay.
What can we do? I don't know. I really don't know.
Like I said, Alexa, I'm not going to say more on the drug issue. The guys are shame. And we'll leave them with the Liberian people to deal with them. That's why I want for the people to call plenty times. We'll soon open up the lines. *255*1# is the code to play. We are almost there to start to give people some money. We are almost there. But Alexa, there is this thing quickly. We'll start with the conversation next week. We'll start the conversation next week. You know, President Bouaka appointed a Senegalese to be our ambassador for sports. Ambassador at large for sports. Aliou Kebi. You will be surprised to know that this man is deeply involved. And I will say this, it has been alleged that Kebi is using his office to get involved. That's what has been alleged. And we will deeper into it. In the coming days, we will be descending on him. Somebody already got the whole files. I have the file here, but I do not have the luxury of time to read through the files. But there are allegations that Aliou Kebi is using his sports ambassadorial position to defraud several individuals involved with mining. Defrauding people, allegedly defrauding people of their gold, their diamond deals, and so forth. In the coming days, we will continue to descend on it. You can be a Senegalese. We already got issue with it. You can be a Senegalese. We already got issue with you being a Senegalese and serving as our ambassador for sports. Then you're using the Liberian office to be defrauding people. We're not saying a lie to happen. Already we saw here, President Bouaka left James Diba, then he left Jim Clayton, he left Kevin Subway, how to call the other man. All the old footballers, he left them. He didn't make any of them ambassador for sports. And go select you, Senegalese man. And you come to this country. It has been reported that you are allegedly using your office to defraud people. We're not saying a lie. In the coming days, we'll continue to descend on it. But we'll leave it. We'll take our break. When we come back, we check our basket to see whether somebody is there. In the winners box, there are too many winners who are popping up. We'll see whether we can call one of the winners quickly when we come back, and then we can go to the lines and talk to you, our callers. But we'll take this quick break to be right back. Continue playing *255 *1#, and we are hoping that by the time we return, we'll be able to start dashing money to those of you who are playing here on the People's Radio. Let's take a break to be right back.
And make a peace for them before Crown Star for Liberia, from the center to interior. Crown Star, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior.
Okay, so Crime Stoppers from the center to the interior. Win Liberia *255 *1#. Hopefully, very soon before we leave, we'll start to call a lot of the people who will be winning. And so, yeah, that is exactly where we are. The more you play, the better your chances are. We are seeing the numbers are claiming, the winners are claiming. Let's see whether we can go call the first person. But while we getting that prep up, while we getting that, on, we'll go to the lines and start to take calls. So the more you play, the better your chances are. 10 more days to the $100,000. 10 more days to the flat screen television. 10 more days to the brand new telephone. 10 more days to $10,000 to several people, and 10 more days to plenty bag of rice to several people. When you play today, you don't win. Don't worry. You are in the lineup for the August 24 Bonanza. You could win any of the prizes we talk about. But those of you who are listening, you can call us right now on all of the numbers you know. 4 human beings died from drugs in a country where Joe Biden said drug will not kill people. Where Joe Biden said drug will be the end if he had come to power. No, maybe you think I'm lying. Joe Biden made music all for the drug business. You know, at the end of the day, you have a situation where the ambassador for sports, President Bouaka, ambassador for sports, I repeat, President Bouaka, ambassador for sports, is being caught deeply for allegedly duping serious investors in gold deal and other different deals. We'll start that conversation during the course of next week. But those are things happening to this country. Those are things happening to this country. And you say we're not talking about we're not talking about the issues. But let's go to the lines and see if we can talk to some callers. 0886 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation while we try to arrange the winners here to see who walks away with 5,000 Liberian dollars. Let's talk to the first person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
My name is Soji Teller, and I call you for Ghana's way to do peace up another junction.
Go ahead, tell it.
Yeah, my brother. I want to tell you thank you for all the good work you are doing for us and this country. You know, Freedom Urban not need any promo from government before they can pay their staff, before they can even pay any other person, or before they can even run a radio station. That radio station been running since before the party could come to power. And that radio station will be alive. It will be alive. True will common people. Our little sponsor and other things there that will be giving to Freedom FM. They will make Freedom FM to be alive all the time. So they will. Then they go there and see. They will always see Freedom FM alive. We don't want to tell you thank you. Let God give you a long life so that you can keep doing what you're doing on the radio for us, for we the masses in the country. Because where the country is going now, it's not easy. Can you imagine the deputy DA boss saying that all the government officials are involved into drugs activity?
Yeah. Yeah. And the one side,
the University you win, they have a press, I know that press release or that press conference, they say that the men should call all the government officials. You want to lose a job?
Yeah.
Lose a job.
And the one
they're not going to need to lose a job.
Yeah. And the one for the men to lead a job. That's what they want. People are even pushing for them to sack the man.
These are the same thing they do to every command let the DEA, because they don't want people that will tell them the truth. They don't want people that will tell them that, that thing you're doing is not good. You can't come, you say you come in to fight drugs. You say drug we are in Freedom, but bringing drugs in the country. But today now you can't want to stop the same drugs that come into the country. Then you want to can't tell that who they want to cause. Then if we're talking about the human right or violation against the country, then you bring in inflation up. They will not work. We will talk about that human right or report. It's very, very damaging for this government.
Okay.
And we will talk about it. We will not get tired talking about it. Okay. You're thanking for the time. Let's go be with you.
Thank you. We leave you right there, Soti Teller. Let's talk to this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing? Go ahead, Benedict. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for the show. I think this government, they are the perpetrator of all the drugs that have been coming in the country.
The deputy DA boss said people in government are selling drugs. That's why it's difficult for them to what they call it.
Definitely, my brother. But fact of that statement is one of the confessions that have been sealed of confession for we Liberians to know that this government is the one that bringing drugs. But the deputy DA boss saying that how ranking people in the government is responsible for the drugs. There's a reason why the drugs are not finished in this country. I think it's scary. And I think the Liberian people need to rise online. We need to get out of our feet and fight against the system. Because if we don't do so, the government is a central core for the drugs in this country. So if we're not standing over our channel will be roaming around this place into the detriment and disaster. So we need to stand up to us. The government, I feel.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Aliu Kebi, the sports ambassador, is caught up in a web for allegedly duping a French investor of somewhere over $500,000. We'll talk about that issue. You can't have a Senegalese spoiling the country name. Go ahead. This person. We're great. Quickly, let's hear you. What's your name? Kakata said it. Mark Gibby. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. The government. The DA, because people in the government responsible for bringing drugs. The thing is the men that they arrested who told photo with Joe Bonga and his son. And they are taking it involved. We are done. Then the opposition protesting today.
And the other lady they arrested for the drug issue, Quita, they took her to court. They didn't even carry drug in the court. At the end, the woman ran away.
They let it go and they would never bring it over to court.
Yeah, at the end of the woman ran away. The woman ran away.
They let it go and just at the way he have to talking, but they grabbing they are taking it and when most of the officials involved.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Let's talk to this other person on the line. Oh, he slipped off. Let's take this international caller quickly. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. No time. Quickly.
Yeah, okay. How you doing?
We're great, my dear brother. Let's hear you. Alexa here as well.
Yeah, go. Yeah, I seen Alexa on my screen. Alexa, how you doing? Yeah. So, okay, quick, man. Look, I felt so downhearted today. Okay. When I saw, I don't know whether that Buchanan or that where in Pinsville, with 4 living boys.
Soul Clinic.
Boys. Soul Clinic. Yeah. Dead. Ego.
Yeah. Drugs.
Ego.
The drugs they were making flour for in the country. Drugs.
Yes.
Cousin Joe, we have a drugs. Cousin Joe, we have a drugs. Yeah, the drugs.
But they have released 3 persons who have brought drugs in our country. They released them.
Yeah. They released the quitter woman. She ran away.
Liberia need to stand up. Look, okay. Liberia need to stand up.
The guy who
issue is that small thing.
The guy who are in the same photo with President Bwaka, we don't even know whether he's in jail or he ran away. No information on him. And the government said that he was about fighting drugs.
They released the man.
They just supposed to have informed us that they wanted to sell drugs. Yeah,
man.
Thank you.
The kind of people that they not. You see how God can do things. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's go to the line and talk to. Oh my God, we missed out on. Okay, let's see if we can take this question quickly. No time. Let's hear you. No time.
Thank you, Kai. Let me say everything to Alexa.
Go ahead.
Thank you ever so much. The official spokesperson for the Liberian Surah movement. And we not sit right here and see our country die into oblivion. This is what happening.
Oh yeah.
Because other people yesterday they want to take over because drugs is all around the country. Even President we are selling drugs and this is the wrong thing. Now we are hearing government officials selling drugs. It's not alleged. It's a DA who sends that.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was just fighting. And you lie people because here in this session, and then you say you want to take over the CIB and eliminate drugs to make it a cool down. How will it cool down? When the government officials are do it, just like saying the drug then we ain't probably time. You see, the whole generation ain't probably because government officials selling drugs and we're slinking something away will come because what? You will say, well, there's a be thing and nobody will check it.
I see why every car in the country gets a ring. Whoa. So drugs they just passing around in the town. Yeah, so drug they escorting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, sir. Go ahead. 1 minute. No time.
Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to
everyone. Go ahead. Oh my God, you calling me on the WhatsApp line? It's gonna be terrible. I got 2 minute calls coming. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. Go ahead.
And I joined the team for several times. I don't want to make one thing go on the issue of drugs because drugs let me run with me to the program. I go from and say, right behind a bagaya and the player can make it or join it. So I get a call no stress. So my lay about my brother begging you put it and I say, please. When you can't go where, please take the car and put it inside the bro.
Okay, we leave it right there. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Who person you not know? No, you know the person.
Sisi, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I'm going ahead quickly. How you doing, my son? Okay. Let me say how to elect. Look, okay. When you see Babu showing your teeth cry, don't think because you're crying or a fan. No, that's something making it to cry. That's why you see a teeth also. Look, that Bwaka man, the president now, Bwaka. They see campaign about drug on weird. They will have to want to they have music for it all the place. You know what I'm saying? They have music for it all the place. So they don't see coming in the country, everything get water. They want to bring up they call it Waka Spark and right now. What can you put today? Waka Spark and Roller. It's in the country now. You will start going when you go in front of you down. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Good thing.
Thank you.
Campaigning, so then they say the one country. Then they say, they say that they're okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll wait for them. Then go put with a blah share them when they come for them. Then we'll leave for how we discuss that. You see what happened now? The person that is going on in the country is wrong fast. Our person that just coming everywhere you won't bring your job. You can't bring job. Your person is saying, everybody say they can't go to them. When they want to go to them, we don't know who that wants. We don't know what that is. The fucking job and the message and the government official. They want to begin the job in the pocket. What the job will be out. And I think will be out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Cece. Dr. Cece, thank you. We leave you. We take this international caller. Go ahead quickly. 1 minute.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. This is Abraham calling, man. I know
era there. So this is, I don't know what is happening after the protest against the drug. As a goal, I get angry because people that were in that protest, they were not supposed to be there. It was a mockery to the citizens of the country. It was a mockery for the Liberian people. Eh? Look at, you see people that been in the country, knowing very well that drugs is here. They have the capacity that they can use that little data to be able to fight the thing and get somebody you off the street. But you see them in gray, yeah, they're jumping over gray. They say they're going to talk to the people to lead drug. How would they leave the drug that way? If that's the way it happened, if even you can be able to even take 10% from them with your capacity, the money that you got, and carry them and rehabilitate them and empower them and move them from there, that would be the best way. The thing is not like evangelism where you go talk to people about Jesus Christ, then they agree to follow. No. The people are in the tea in their blood.
Thank you.
So to get it out, and need cash and need resources. So if Bwaka is serious, you need to do something about the drug because this is a calamity that I hate the country. This is a war against the citizens of the country. We're not shooting guns, but people are dropping and dying all over just a leave. I want to do something about it. It's serious.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. And trust me, AUG-14-2025, the Senegalese football ambassador for our country, who Joe Bwaka appointed, he said Liberians will have job, but he gave it to Senegalese. This man is allegedly duping people from France with over 500,000, $500,000. We're deep into that story. It is very essential. We talk about it. We grab that story. We ensure that nobody will use our country portfolio to steal from other people in this country. Yeah, so let's see if we can talk to this person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Quickly. No time.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
Yeah, Abraham Nike.
Go ahead, AB.
Yeah, Abraham is the practitioner of our time.
Let's
I really want to say something. This is very much educated. We use it to attack the issue. Attack the issue and forever abuse it.
So who abusing? Hello, who? Oh man, shut up! Do you know who can? You know the radar that can abuse? Who abuse here? I mean, they got drunk. I mean, you gotta stop. If you had nothing to say, leave. Even the United Party people themselves know this platform, this show. We don't cause nobody here. We say the truth. You can't talk about abuse. Human right practitioner. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Thank you very much. This is Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a proposal down Coastal Hill, Wintown community.
Wintown, your man said we can cause on the radio. You not here or causing on the radio?
Most of our brothers, for the sponsorous kingdom, the lack of comprehension, so they will always come here and make the kind of malign statement. Do not fall for these people. These people, they have failed. These guys have failed in the community where they are. Where they posted yesterday was President Weir that were bringing drugs. Drugs is scaring people on a daily basis, and Joseph Nima Bwaka has lost governance essence in our country. This is a man who declared drugs as a national emergency and constituted a committee to fight it. Today, the committee has failed. We saw him and his government official protest his drugs. Just yesterday, Liberians are losing able to tell them 4 good persons that just adjacent to this war, adjacent our community. And you go and say you insulting. I think it's a national calamity, and Bwaka has displayed the highest level of independence in governance. Okay. And it is now time for you to wake up and leave.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's talk to this caller from the international line. Go ahead, Mr. Abraham Connor. Let's hear you. This platform is very huge. I mean, sometimes to get on is difficult. You are on, they put you off.
It's not an easy thing, yeah, but I mean, I appreciate it. Let me say hi to Alexa. Okay, there are 2 major topics you touched on. One is the report from the United States.
That's right.
One thing I want to emphasize here: the lives of Josiah Joker. I don't know whether you guys have forgotten. Josiah Joker was one of those that constantly presented petition to the Office of Speaker of National Policy in the United States. that today that have culminated into the sanctioning of a lot of the guys in Liberia from the previous government. And for him to go in Liberia and get that temerity yesterday to try to malign and demonize and literally take the food from the tables of Liberians, it's good that the report is reflecting on this kind of behavior, because he's muscling these people over there, literally telling them that you can't speak anywhere critical of the government. Even if you got an objective critical views, you want to silence him. So it's good that they pointed out. So I just want Liberia to know who is Josiah Joker. He was constantly in capital area in the United States, presenting petition against the Georgia government. And then lastly, the issue about this particular drug issue is just completely disservice to this country. It's heavily sycophantic, and people are using it as an alibi to enrich themselves at the detriment of the Liberians over there. And it came with politics, and nothing has been done about it today.
They should have told us that they should have told us that they want to sell drugs. We would have accepted and make decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do they explain the fact that every day there's a brand new series of drugs? In fact, they're like upgraded drugs coming into the country.
The worst part of it is that a notorious drug law was arrested. In no time, we started seeing photos of he and the president. I mean, how would the president be taking pictures of people who selling drugs?
I mean, so that's what we just got to point this thing up. But again, man, great show.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate the time. And last, let me just admonish all of the followers. If they think that they were muscles, Freedom FM, not to give them government contract.
No, the Muslim also, no contract. It is difficult. It is difficult to run this radio. Trust me, it is. One day we just shut it down and we are done.
The Liberians should put all of their support behind the stations. And whenever even a death announcement, they should bring it to these stations. Because why? They want to make sure that these stations are closed. Objective voices are silenced in our country, but it's not going to happen. So I admonish them to support the guys in that direction.
Okay.
But thanks for the time.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's see if we can go back and take the last 1 or 2 calls. Then we'll call your day on 87.9. It will also be the week's presentation coming to an end. Let's talk to Ma Helena Wule from St. Paul's Breach. Go ahead, ma'am. Let's hear you.
Okay. How you doing? Hello, my children.
We're great, ma'am.
Okay, go there. You will get contract. Go there. I got been carrying you all this time. So don't worry. The prayers are not in vain. You know this government. From the day I saw the government themselves protesting for drugs, at the time I know say the people were useless.
Oh yeah.
Very, very useless. Where play you not see it in this war? You say you will do so and so thing, then you go, you get there too. Since you got in a chair, when last Joshua was bringing this, when you brought Zumbi, you and your people, you took picture with drugs, man. There's something there. The people are shameless. Shameless.
Oh yeah.
My children, they are shameless. What kind of business here we in our own country? You see Joshua put them there, he don't win. He don't win. The Amara connect to that mouth. He don't win. But Joshua don't get problems. He say you're holy. But God did it for us to see.
Okay.
In that area now.
Thank you.
So I tell you, thank you this evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hussein Kiawu. Good evening.
Thank you. Kind, audible kind. Let me appreciate you. Alexa, good evening to you.
Hello, bossman.
Hussein, four human beings died from drugs in a country where the president promised that drug will be fought severely. How do you feel as a Joe Parker supporter when 4 Liberians like you dying from drugs?
So how do I feel? I feel like a credible journalist has brought an issue, and an ordinary Liberian should have a thought. And that is how I'm going to speak to this issue. In fact, several reforms that the government, several initiatives that the government has taken. In fact, the president has asked the national legislature that whenever you have a tenant, right, a rental in your house, right, you the house owner, when the judge is caught in our house.
No. Hello. That law. Listen. That law was passed under the WIA administration. There is no legislative enactment on any drug law under this administration, except that correction first.
So, in the spirit of continuity,
please accept that correction that it was under George Weah that George Weah said if Hussein K was using a living room for people to sell drugs, if the government reached there, the government will arrest Hussein, take a horse and sell it, and use the proceeds to go and rehabilitate the victims. Get that correction.
So, in the spirit of government of continuity,
so you might acknowledge that, but are you one of the last that Joe Baga passed the law? Why I'm correcting you?
The president, right? The president has asked the law is on the book of account. But the issue of implementation and enforcing the law, it becomes
so when you say the president, you must be clear. You say President, we are asked the legislature and they gave him that right, and that's how it will pass. So President Baga now is working on. President Baga now has a law that he should be able to implement. I mean, go ahead.
The manager is pushing an agenda. Yes, I understand. So, in fact,
what are you pushing?
What
are you pushing? You are the one who came to the discussion. You are the one who came to the discussion and tried to attribute a law that was passed 3 years ago to President Baga, who just came. President Baga, who is taking picture with a drug law. Dominic Musa.
So director permit me now to learn my thought.
I mean, I accept that. I allow you to talk until you started contradicting things. And this show is.
So like you said, you make
please accept. I'm the manager. I can even allow you to go for the last 5 minutes. Please accept that you were erroneous. That you lie about the law. I mean, accept that you are incorrect. Just accept that you are incorrect. Then we'll move on. Please accept. Don't just say yeah. Don't do a crooked way. Accept that you were incorrect. Mr. Kewu, accept that you were incorrect. No, we can't move on. You got to apologize to the listener because you attempted lying to them. Why you let the people let a lie?
The law was passed on former President Weah, right?
Okay, good. Now continue now. Yeah, continue now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that move on.
Go ahead.
So, I know you're taking off track, but I have to stay from.
Oh, I told you off track. In fact, you know the parliament is disappointed in you.
So those who
you can't defend the whole government. You say I take you off track.
No, I can't be kind. Even those that protested at the time, our mothers and our sisters, our brothers who were in our protest, President called the leadership of that protester and they sat with him, and they are put in several mechanisms.
The same way he took picture, the same way he took picture of Dominic Malu, the guy who they arrested the drug way from Lufat. So it's not anything to call people.
So we want to politicize the issue.
Oh no, you know the part of people made song. You know the part of people made song. You know the part of people made song. They made song out of drugs. Then you said no kind.
Get off the line.
You work for this country, and
no. When you were doing it, you were off the line. My man, Mo Ali then Hussein, you said disappointed in you. Your made whole song for the thing. Then you say what?
Hussein can just call to hell or here. You've been in Liberia for I don't know how long, but you've been here since George Weah's administration. You know exactly how drugs, you know what the issue of drug, by the way, you know how it was taken. You know how songs were created.
They made songs.
So what you mean making it?
Y'all made songs out of drugs, and you can't say that. You think what it called? The message I distract him. The first thing they make do, they make come to the discussion. Then you can lie say the president went to the legislature and told them when you get horse. That law was passed by George Weah. Because you guys allow politics to overwhelm your senses of reasoning. So you didn't think about it. Then you can't use don't say that the law was passed. You know who drafted that law? Thomas Alexander Goshua of Grand Bassa County. He put it. He got support from Akara Gray and other people. President Weah under the authority, then they passed that law and it became clear. You already got good law to work with. Instead of working with the law, President Baka is taking picture of Dominic Malu. You arrest Quita, the lady, you arrest her with over 10 pack of the thing. You didn't even carry 1 pack to the court. You're free or she ran away. Everything you're doing about the drugs, 4 human beings died today, 2 in Grand Bassa, the other one to soak in it. All over people just dying from drugs. It was a rascal mission, not a rescue mission. And we'll talk it the vest. Let them grab one of the transformer wagon current in it and hook it. And that's how we got to go home and return on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be back here on Monday. So enjoy your time. Stay safe, please.
Until then, Takunje had this one produced. And you will ask and say, where is the rescue when 4 persons can die from drugs?
I guess what? Let people come and pay.